Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. These are artifact tokens. So artifact, creature, and enchantment. Ooh. 2 evidence is all we need. We get rid of everything they could ever have. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of the Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. Before we dig into the deck, make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this, and it does help out the channel tremendously. I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to join us in the Discord community in the pinned comments below. I would love to see you there. Let's go ahead and dig right into the deck here. I'm going to start off with Izoni, the center of the web. Absolutely beautiful card. Now, this is an Alchemy deck, if you kind of notice here, but I think this is a little bit stronger in Alchemy. We'll get into that in a second, but whenever Izoni, center of the web, enters the battlefield or attacks, you may collect evidence 4 and then create 2/2/1 black and green spider creature tokens with menace and reach. Then you can sacrifice 4 tokens, surveil 2, draw 2, gain 2 life. Pretty good, especially in the late game. So this is kind of like a sort of like a mid-rangey type of deck. But why is this better in Alchemy? There's more than 3. But let's go ahead and get rid of these little not full play sets, but we are running 6 cycling creatures. This is so good. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, and the Generous Ent actually gives you a food token. These aren't like amazing on their own, but what you usually do is you're going to swamp cycle or you're going to forest cycle. What we love about this is you have the Underground Mortuary. This is actually a swamp forest. So what you can do, if you have, if you need green sources, you need black sources, you have a little bit of flexibility that way. And if you also need to dig into more answers, you can go for the Surveil land. So this new Karlov Underground Mortuary, perfect for this style of deck here. And what is this doing? This is collecting evidence for you. So the evidence, you're going to ditch this for just 1. Literally just 1 land. You're going to ditch this away, cycle it away, and you're going to be able to get evidence like that. Now, there is Izoni, and there also is the Urgent Necropsy. As an additional cost to cast the spell, collect evidence X. And then now, destroy 1 target artifact, 1 creature, 1 enchantment, and 1 planeswalker. And guess what? This evidence is so easy to start collecting once you have like these things, because this is 6. No matter what, just right off the bat. Turn 1, you got 6 in your graveyard. Does not matter. Then, what we have is the Preacher of the Schism. I'm running 3 of these bad boys because this creates tokens as well. So when you create tokens, that creates the Izoni, center of the web. Later on in the game, you can sacrifice the 4 tokens, and they can be tokens of any sort, which is also very, very nice. Now, why do we have the Rise of the Witch King? Each player sacrifices a creature, so you're going to be able to jump out more tokens with the Preacher of the Schism. And then Rise of the Witch King, if you sacrifice a creature this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So typically on turn 1 or 2 or whatever, you're going to take a troll, or you're going to take our lovely cute little tree guy here. You're going to dump it into the graveyard, and then by turn 4, hopefully, but even if you don't, you got the Dreadknight. The Dreadknight, you sacrifice this, it can come back with the Dread Whispers anyway, or you got like a A-Haywire Mite, gain 3 life, this kind of stuff here, or you just take a little token that you created from the Preacher, and then you sacrifice them, and then you bring back these things. It doesn't seem like that crazy of a move, but I'm telling you, it really is. If you get rid of their best creature, and you get like this on turn 4, it's pretty good. So we've got Rise of the Witch King. Of course, this is an Alchemy card. The Mosswood Dreadknight is perfect for this deck. Obviously, this is like just Golgari mid-range. You got Propagator Primordium. I'm only running 2. I'm convinced that you could probably run this up to 3 or 4. I don't really know what the right answer is right now, but the only problem why I'm running Extraction and Deep-Cavern Bat is because the board wipes wipe this deck so good, and it is what it is. You're gonna have to attack the hand to kind of get rid of those board wipes here. So I mean, it just is what it is. Not really that sexy, but it is what it is. This card fills up the graveyard. So as soon as you plop this thing down, conjure 2 cards named Propagator Primordium. That is enough for evidence. You have enough for evidence right there. You get 2, and that is 4 evidence immediately. So you have Izoni, center of the web. You get that. You just have that 4. You just drop it. You just get it. It's that simple. Evidence is being collected slowly but surely. Gix's Command, Aclazotz, just because they're just good cards. It is what it is. But this is the deck here. Very, very simple. The mana base is very simple. And we're just going to take Izoni. We're going to take some mid-range Golgari. And we're going to kick some butt. That's really all we're going to do. Let's kick some ass on the ladder. And that's really all I got. Consider joining the channel. That would help me out monetarily as a content creator. I would greatly appreciate that. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Hi Daros, how we doing here? All right, a little intimidated by the rank, not gonna lie, but we are well equipped to handle you here. All right, so this is the tap land. Does come in tap, just kind of sucky, so I don't know if I want to get my troll down turn 2 or not. I'm gonna lean. We are on the play, so I think we're gonna do this. Just search for a land. We'll be okay. So we do have 2 of our little cycling things here, which we typically do want to get these into the graveyard ASAP. But sometimes plans go awry. So let's just go ahead and drop down the Propagator Primordium, set up our graveyard here. Of course, I think if you're in the know, I think you know that in Alchemy, that Orzhov is king. I think it definitely is, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna do this. We could drop down the Preacher. Let's swing in first. Let's just see what happens. So we get through, which is nice. But now I gotta decide, do I want to go for the Preacher or do I want to go for like a Mosswood Dreadknight and an Ent or something like that? I think I'm gonna probably just go in straight for it here. Let's go in for the Dreadknight. And then I'm going to cycle. Unless they reprieve me, that would kind of suck. Well, I guess it's... well, yeah, I mean, I guess it all kind of worked out here. Because now we can just kind of cycle scot-free. Yeah, we'll end the turn here. And then I gotta decide, do I want to search for another Mortuary? Or do I want to just go in for like a plain swamp or something? Legion to Ashes. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to get rid of something here. So let's do this. And again, do I want to go for a swamp? Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. That's always the biggest decision in this deck to me, is like, do we go in for another tap land here? Because you can, this is technically a swamp, so you can do that if you want. So now do I want to go for a Dreadknight? Let's go for the extraction. Let's try to extract some information from us here. Ooh, yeah, like I said, this is, I mean, they know. They know. I've definitely grinded with Orzhov, and this is definitely the best deck in the format. I don't think it's even particularly even kind of close. So Legions to Ashes, and these cards are all amazing, honestly, so I don't really know which one I want. I'm going to lean with the... I guess I'll take the One Ring, though. It's not great. It's not great here. And now I'm going to draw a card, lose one life here, because now I'm not just going to play it down. They've got plenty of removal, and these are actually both exile, so I don't think we're really in the... I don't think it really is that fruitful to just play down the Dreadknight just for it to get exiled. Restless Cottage, obviously not phenomenal. Well, let's give them two things to worry about. Man, like I said, they got two forms of removal here. This exile is just so not great, but I think if we're going to do it, we're just going to go for it. Let's go for the Dreadknight. Let's go for the Dreadknight and drop the Preacher. So they definitely got us covered with the Porcupine card, and then they got the Get Lost, so... Next turn, can we just drop the Generous Ent? You're never really looking too great if you're just dropping this as a creature. Typically means you're behind most times, especially not versus aggro. Dreadknight goes bye-bye, and that's really unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, this deck is very, very good. Obviously, with the rank here, they know. They know. Trust me, I know. Let's see if they go... Oh, they go for Get Lost, which is fine. At least they give us a little bit of something for our troubles here. And now I just gotta make it, I mean, I can't really use the map tokens here. It's gonna go bye-bye next turn, but I think, what do we do? Just like not drop anything? I think I'm gonna probably, man, it sucks. I want to make use of these map tokens here, so I think we're just gonna do this, get the Preacher, and just take a turn off. Yeah, it feels brutal. Feels brutal because it is. It feels brutal because it is. But if they don't get into any of their win cons, I mean... There's a possibility we can. Don't really want to see a Shelly or something like that, but if they just drop the Porky card, I think there's still a chance. Definitely not going to go Cycle. At this point, we're just looking to play down our friendly tree folk here. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute. Whoa, whoa, Dad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not that cute. Not that cute. All right, so... I think we're just going to drop down the Cottage. We're going to go for the Preacher. Hopefully I don't get reprieve, but even if we do, we can replay it. So I think, yeah, we have no other option here. This is our play here. Let's go for map. Hopefully I don't get like cut down, or not cut down, go for the throat or anything like that. But don't really love seeing a swamp here. That's why we got two map tokens here. And another Restless Cottage, obviously not phenomenal. All right, end turn. Obviously we know we got the Legion of Ashes, and there's 3 mystery cards here. Well, make that 2. Make that 2. Legion to Ashes. Yep. Okie dokie. Not much we can do there. I mean, we're hanging in there, kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would think they just play down the Porky card now, right? That means they have something better. So that is a little scary. All right, my turn. Rise of the Witch King. All right, yeah, I mean, we do have this. We do have this, but they don't really have... If they don't have creatures themselves, this doesn't really help us out a whole lot. So there's really nothing else we can do here. I think I'm just gonna let's just drop down our big Generous Ent. They've got to have something pretty good here if they didn't just drop down the Porky card here. All right, I mean, it's something. We'll get a food token, drop the Restless Cottage, and be on our way. I mean, it's something. They got to have something here, though. Like, why would... Really? They just wanted to go for a Mirror's token. Okay, I mean... Be that as it may, we still got the Rise of the Witch King. And what's nice about this is we actually don't have to sacrifice as a cost. So that actually is kind of nice. Another Preacher. I mean, do we just have to attack? I mean, there's really no reason not to attack here. Okay. No Emperor in Alchemy, so I think we're swinging in with our little tree guy here, and we're looking good. Down to 12. I mean, it feels pretty good. Okay. And we already committed to not going for the Restless Cottage, so I think we're just going to go in for the Preacher. The Rise of the Witch King here is a little bit awkward. Reprieve. Don't love that, but it's okay. And yeah, let's just do it again. Do it again. And I think we're just going to open the food. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We do hold priority here, so maybe we can kind of scare them into thinking that we have the, something kind of scary. Don't really love these Mirror's tokens, though. They're going to eat this Rise of the Witch King pretty easily, which obviously does not bode very well for us. So we still need a little bit of help off the top here. There's the Porky card. All right. What's the worst thing I got? All these little pigs don't hurt us that much. I mean, we don't really rely on artifacts. So yeah, I think they would just go for the second little pig. This is more like a mana sink. They can become a 5/5 with flying, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. Should I just eat the food token? I don't think we really have any use for food other than just having it to eat, so I think we're just going to eat it here. Sure, just maintain efficiency. This seems to be like a pretty gritty matchup here, so yeah, I think this is fine. And I'm going to go for the Deep-Cavern Bat. Let's just go for it straight now. They still have 2 cards in their hand, so get lost on our generous... That's not very generous of them. That's not very generous of them. So hopefully we can kind of get this going. Let's see if it's going to be... Ooh, no, just a cut down. Okay, well, we got rid of their hand. No more hand. No more hand, which is nice. But the only problem here is now the Rise of the Witch King. We do not have enough to go for the Restless Cottage and the Rise of the Witch King, so... What's the play here? I think it's just to go for the Restless Cottage. We do get to draw with the Preacher, though. That is worth noting. But I think we're just going to have to do is to kind of be aggressive. Let's just turn this on. These can't block, obviously. They can't pump up the pig. So... Alright, swing. I didn't go for the map tokens just because we do draw with the Preacher. So there's a possibility that we do get into something that way. And I don't think this really matters here. Sure. Another Rise of the Witch King. So not terrible. Not terrible for us. I don't see them blocking. That doesn't really make any sense. It kind of sucks that after the fact is when we're doing this, but I still think it's the best way to do this. The food token just does not really matter here. Let's go in for the Restless Cottage, because if they pump up the little pig, the cottage is going to be what I want to attack with. Okay. Number 2, map token. And, ooh, more land. Definitely do not like all this land. We need a creature. We need a creature so that we can Rise of the Witch King. And now we're just in top deck mode. We're just fingers crossed they don't draw anything super crazy here. Alright, they still have a Mirror... Oh, that's pretty crazy. Oh, I would consider that to be on the crazy side. So, okay, we did get a Generous Ent. Ew, okay. Well... I'm still going to swing with the Preacher just so we can take our card draw. Yeah, I think we still have to swing with our Preacher here. Just to get our card draw here. Another Restless Cottage. Yucky. Did I drop my land here? Did I already drop my land? That was a pretty big mistake if I did. We're getting pretty flood. This is really floody. Oh, and we don't drop our Restless Cottage, which feels absolutely egregious, but that's on me. All right, let's go for the Generous Ent. Let's say we're kind of just... I mean, what can we actually do here? We actually can get the Troll going. And this actually can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. So I'm actually just thinking, like, is that our win con? At a certain point, that might just be the win con here. If I go for Rise of the Witch King, blow up the Preacher, I mean, I think we want to be snappy, but now that they have the One Ring out, I think we have no choice but to do this. So I'm going to do this. I know this seems wild, but again, I don't know if we have much of a choice. The Preacher is a little bit too slow. I think if we get them to, I mean, the sacrificing aspect doesn't really matter here. So let's just go for the Preacher. And we do get to bring back the Troll. And this can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. So, I mean, that's pretty good. So now, they're going to go in for the second little pig, which makes sense, and the One Ring. So they have a lot of draw here. So they have at least, what, like, how much draw do they have? They have a lot of draw here. So they're looking for answers. Obviously, they have the Restless... So yeah, it's 4 cards, and they got the Restless Fortress for some more card gain, or life gain. You have to think they probably get into some sort of spot removal here, I would assume. We do have... We're presenting with lethal, kind of. It's a little weak sauce. The One Ring. They tapped like that One Ring, and that really set the tone here. Now I don't know where we sit. I don't know where we sit now. They're highlighting the Troll. They probably see, obviously, this is our win condition at this point. Yeah, another Porky card really, really sucks here. Up to 6, and another Porky card. Okay. I really hate that this might exist. If this might did not exist, we go for the Rise of the Witch King, but we just need to stop. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. That was brutal. I mean, we are getting flooded. I mean, this is crazy. This is Flood City. Hate to be so negative, but dang, it really, really hurts in a matchup like this. Hard not to wear your heart on your sleeve here a little bit. Can we still win this is my question. If we go for double Restless Cottage, they block, take 4 in the One Ring. I think that's our only choice here. That's our only choice. We don't have a choice. This is now the choice here. We're just going to have to go for double Restless Cottage and make sure that it doesn't tap my other Restless Cottage. And we are going to swing in. They can only block 1, or one's going to go through. And then the One Ring might zap them if they don't have any sort of life gain here. So this is our only choice. Exile a card. It does not matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is like pretty much like control or whatever. Yep, we are going to take some L's here. But this 4 gets through. And the One Ring's going to hit them for 2 unless they have some sort of, like, Union of the Third Path type thing. Yeah, we got it! Let's go! Oh my God, taking out number 59. That was absolutely... Oh man, my heart is beating fast. Let's go. Wow, we got it. Sure, Schnell. How we doing? All right, we'll go and keep this. Pretty good. Looks good to me. I don't like these, though. These are... Hey, not a fan of these. Not a fan of these. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. You can do what you want, opponent. You can do what you want. I just don't approve of them. So, don't really like this kind of like control type of stuff here either. But I think we'll just go for the bat. Let's just see what we got here. I think dropping the Dreadknight's pretty decent, especially because most likely they have a reprieve or, you know, some sort of counter spell. So, it is what it is. I don't really want my Dreadknight. I'm scared of No More Lies that exiles. That kind of hurts our Dreadknight a lot more than the bat. So, I just could drop the Preacher, or I could go for the Generous Ent. Most likely they're just going to bounce whatever we have back anyway, so let's just go for the bat, assuming another reprieve or counterspell's coming out, and then we can go for the Generous Ent. So yeah, it is what it is. Playing on the draw versus control. They are controlling us very well, but you know, hey, we will apply the pressure continuously. Alright, let's go in for our Generous Ent. Let's see how generous our little tree folk can be. Let's go and snag. I guess, you know what? I guess I will take a Surveil land. We don't really have like the most powerful of hands here, so I guess we could, you know, use some surveilling. So now it's either the Preacher. I think what we're gonna do is go in for the bat. So let's go for the bat first. We're trying to get this bat down and kind of screw them up, or at least just see what we're working with here. And then we can drop in the Union of the Third Path. Okay, that's not that big a deal. Alright, finally, we get our little bat, and let's take a peek. Well, it's probably gonna have to be Sunfall by, like, default. I mean, all these cards are really good, obviously, but I mean, God lord. It's gonna have to be Sunfall by, like, default, but it is what it is. Did you go for the Dreadknight or the Propagator? All these things exile, so I don't think it even really matters that much. Because once the Dreadknight gets exiled, it's pretty much game over anyway, so I don't think it matters too much. As long as we get rid of the Sunfall, we at least have like a little bit of a chance, but definitely not great. A little scared here. This card gives you no maximum hand size, which is pretty amazing. Alright, well. They obviously have the Elspeth Smite, which again exiles. All their stuff exiles. All of them exile. It's pretty rude. Pretty rude. Well, I mean, I guess we could go for the Restless Cottage. It feels pretty weak. I mean, what else can we do here? I'm just gonna have to play that they don't have another Sunfall coming. So let's just drop you, go for the Preacher, and I guess we're just gonna kind of go all out here. I don't really see what else we can do. Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, they have an Elspeth Smite, but we're just gonna have to get through this. We still have 2 more turns before we can get the Spore counter, so I'm not really that concerned about this. Like, we're just going to trade removal, trade whatever. It is what it is. Drop the Dreadknight. Of course, we're looking at this little Deep-Cavern Bat. This is the only thing that is preventing us from getting swept by a massive Sunfall, but hopefully their cards are a little bit more meticulous than this. Oh, and a Soul Partition. Okay, well, at least we can bring the Deep-Cavern Bat back, but this Sunfall's gonna hurt. This Sunfall's gonna hurt. There's no way around it. Alright. Dreadknight. I think we're just gonna have to drop the Deep-Cavern Bat. Just try to march along. Not looking great. The Bath Song. Okay, this is interesting. I guess we'll take this, I guess. I mean, I don't really love the draw 2 cards, discard a thing, so drop this, go for Dreadknight. At this point, I'm actually just going to draw a card, lose life. Let's try to outvalue them. I mean, right now, other than the Bath Song, are we really that afraid? I'm semi-afraid. We'll just call it semi-afraid. Alright, dude, got the Aclazotz. Got Aclazotz. Could be a lot worse, so we're still holding off on this just so that we can maintain efficiency. We're going to go for Aclazotz. I'm really scared of an Elspeth Smite, so I think we're just going to hold the Deep-Cavern Bat back. It sucks, but I know they didn't really hold priority, but I'm too scared. I'm scared. Bath Song comes out to play. We do get another 1/1. Of course, if we're staring down a Sunfall, that is going to be it, but we're looking okay. No Sunfall. Definitely would not go for Sunfall if they had a Phyrexian creature here, I would assume, so that's nice. 4/4. Alright, it could be worse, I suppose. Do we want to just drop this Ent? This entity? Do you want to go for Restless Cottage? I mean, I don't know. I think we're just going to have to put the Jets on here a little bit, so I am going to do this. I know we would just trade with the Phyrexian thingy here, but whatever. Not swinging at the bat, that's for sure. This bat, anyway. Yeah, I guess. Alright, so we're going to take a discard. A Restless Cottage does not really matter. We can't sit here and do anything. We're going to have to put the Jets on here. It just is what it is. So if they go for a creature, I mean, they can't really do this yet. 1, 2, 3. What they can do is go for the Restless Cottage. This is fine. Trading's fine here. Lifelink obviously not mattering at all whatsoever, but let's go for this and just fingers crossed so we get something that's kind of meaningful here. Rise of the Witch King. I mean, if they sweep the board, I mean, I love the Rise of the Witch King, but unfortunately in this type of matchup, it is just not going to be good. Union of the Third Path? Oh my god. We're not making very good time, are we? Let's vanish into eternity. The Aclazotz is probably going to go bye-bye this way. All of them. Wow, okay, not bad. Yeah, this is I mean, the Bath Song. I have never really tinkered with this, but it seems pretty good. Especially this type of build here. Vanish into eternity. Okay. Into eternity we go. Definitely, I don't want to do this. I think I'm just gonna hard cast this thing, which just feels pretty weak, but it is what it is. Haywire Mite. Haywire Mite. All right, let's do the thing. All right. And yeah, I think we're just gonna drop this big fatty, this big fat int. See how nice you are. Teferi's Contingency. Oh my god. Okay, so what? Each card in this costs 2 more to cast. I think that's fine. It's not great, but it is what it is. Maybe I should just try to bait them out with the Haywire Mite. Nah, it is what it is. All right, end turn. Hopefully, just no Sunfall. I mean, we're hanging in there. Bath Song. Okie dokie. Do I actually want to go for the Haywire Mite? Do I want to use the Haywire Mite on the Bath Song? I think so. For One Ring. Well, no. We are going to use it on the One Ring. So, yeah, definitely. All right, let's do this on the One Ring. Is what it is. They got protection, so this whole entire turn is just a big nothing. Dreadknight, let's go ahead and draw. That's not good. Not good here. There's nothing we can do. Quite grindy versus control. Obviously not looking the greatest. Just waiting for that mighty Sunfall. Near the third path, alright. 21 life does not bode well for a deck versus control, but we're hanging in there. Hanging in there. So what's really the answer here? Like, what I mean, we just need like an Izoni. Swinging in. Yeah, we just need a little something. We need something. We need something, that's for sure. I'm not even gonna drop the land. We got too much land here. Not gonna drop it. Let's make them think that we have something here. We could do like the full control type of shenanigans. But guess this kind of fills up their graveyard with more like nonsense, I suppose. Okay. Don't even really have to go for full control because we have a food token, so we are swinging in, which is pretty interesting. I guess they want to take the map token to really see what they got going on. Sure. Sure. So with the map token, obviously they're not looking, you know, I mean, it could be so much worse. Hopefully, just fingers crossed, no more land. There we go. We got Izoni. Okay, Izoni at least gives us like a sliver of a chance. So let's swing in here. Bang, 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 down to 8. I mean, I've seen crazier things. What I'm going to do is just go for Izoni. Hopefully we don't get countered. We do have enough for no more lies. If they have like a Dissipate, we just cry. We have enough for this. Unless they have 2, I would be kind of sad. Let's pay. Do you have 2? Alright. And I think we'll just get rid of the Rise of the Witch King. We only have to have 4 evidence here. So now we get 2 of these. Now I can go for Izoni, Center of the Web. We have 4 tokens here. So as long as you sacrifice 4 tokens, you're okay. All right, this has been pretty wild. If we don't get Sunfall, I mean, we can kind of go for Izoni. I can never say this, but the memory is Izoni going to take this is the question. We just can't get Sunfall. We don't have any more like creature lands. We take it! Izoni! We didn't even get to go for the 4 tokens, but wow! Gong Tianchi, how you doing here? I think I've played you before. That definitely rings a bell. We play a lot on the high ladder on Mythic, not to sound like a, you know, smug or anything, but that's where I see you, Gong. So how you doing? All right, another land. Do we want the land? I guess. We do have quite the juicy hand here. The only problem with the Rise of the Witch King, I don't want to get into something a little bit more fruitful, but so we are going against presumably aggro, which is fine. Let's just go ahead and drop our Propagator Primordium. Big fan of alliteration on the channel. And we have at least some targets for the Rise of the Witch King. The Cacophony Scamp, we know what they want to do here. We know this kind of strategy of what they're doing. Gotta bump this up, and yeah, I will block here. Yeah, we'll block. We'll block. If they want to waste the like, you know, the fling type thing, that's fine. Still, our life is safe, so that's always great. Let's go for the Mortuary. Let's see what we got here. Another Rise of the Witch King. Is this really that good? I actually do not think it is. I'm actually going to put that away. We do have more evidence for Izoni later, which is nice. And I'm just going to drop this as a 3-2. Yeah, definitely need to get some sort of board presence out here because we can get steamrolled by aggro pretty quickly. Another Scampy. Another Shrimp Scampy and a Melt Through on the Dreadknight. Yeah, Dreadknight is pretty weak in this matchup with the 2 toughness. Obviously, most of their burn spells are just going to pop you apart, which is really unfortunate, but do we just go for the Rise of the Witch King? I know it seems weak, but like I don't know if we have the luxury of time right now. This feels pretty bad. I guess we have to, right? It's either this or the Rise of the Witch King. There's really no other option we have. So I think we'll just do this. Not great. Not great, but you know, there's a way. I'm definitely blocking. We're definitely blocking here. So I could go for Rise of the Witch King, but at this point, man, Izoni, we're still 1 turn off from doing that. I think what they do is just pump this. Hopefully they don't pump it too high. Monstrous Rage, that is okay. We still get the kill, unless they pump it again. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, another Monstrous Rage doesn't. We still get the kill. Sometimes they run like the Ire, that one card that's just like you know, generic pump spells. So another Preacher. At this point, we're not doing that again. We are all out of tricks there. So I think we'll just go in for the Preacher. We're at 6 life. What we can do is go for the Dreadknight. We can go for Izoni. Izoni does let us gain life from tokens, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. So we need, what, 4 tokens here? Yeah, 4 tokens, which is not exactly the easiest thing. Preacher of the Schism does, you know, give out tokens, but at this point, I think we're going to swing in with the Preacher. We're going to get a little lifelink going on. And at this point, I think, is Rise of the Witch King the move? I think it kind of is, but I do want to go for Izoni too. Let's just drop. Let's not be cute. Let's drop the Izoni. We're going to get some evidence. We're going to collect our evidence that we haven't been collecting this whole time. Sure. And now, again, though, this is a little scary. We need 4 tokens to gain the life, and they don't care. Izoni was enough. Arn Kettle, how are we doing here? Let's go and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. Turn 1, I mean, it could be a little awkward here. I don't think the A-Haywire Mite is that imperative to get on turn 1, especially if we don't know what we're playing against. So, Urgent Necropsy, we love that. Let's go ahead and drop you. Yeah, I could go for the Phantasmal Extraction. I could, but we'll bait them into something here before we go for that. We do have the Gix's Command, so I don't think I'm really that worried about any sort of, like, you know, quick starts that we can't handle. Izoni, we love Izoni around here, so. I'm still nervous about our land counts here. Charge of the Mites, Ossification, Scroll's Hive. You know, we can take care of all of these things. So I think we're going to get rid of the Charge of the Mites. As weird as that sounds. We can take care of these enchantments pretty well. So I guess we'll just take Charge of the Mites. I know it sucks with the Scroll's Hive, but we can take care of this with the Urgent Necropsy and the Gix's Command. Like, we should be able to take care of this pretty no problem. Pretty no problem. Is that a phrase or what? Alright, pass. I definitely don't love this. Don't get me wrong, I don't love this. But, you know, this is 0. We could actually do this right now, and I think I actually might. The only problem is this Great Door. That's the problem I'm kind of seeing here. Okay. Do I do this now? Do I just kind of get... or do we save it for the Great Door? This is pretty good, though. This is a 2-for-1, so... Well, actually, no, oh my gosh, I am so stupid. These are artifact tokens, so artifact, creature, and enchantment. Now that is as efficient as you can get, and that was urgent. So we get rid of the Phantasmal Extraction just for a little 2. 2 evidence is all we need. We get rid of everything they could ever have. Wow, that feels absolutely amazing. What a card. Okay, when it's good, it's great. All right, draw a card, lose 1 life. That's fine. Generous Ent. Let's go for this. Let's go for the forest cycling, and I think because we didn't draw into a land, let's go in for our Underground Mortuary. See if we can do this and surveil into 1 last land here. A-Haywire Mites, I think we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll keep it. I mean, yeah, especially if they have like the ossification. I think, yeah, we'll keep it. Got the Great Door. Let's see how great you are, Door. Draw a card, discard a card. Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, when this Urgent Necropsy is good, it is phenomenal. Don't don't think we're in too much trouble here. Got the Haywire Mite, which is fine. I'm just trying to think, do I want to go for Gix's Command? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Let's just drop the Dread Knight, go for the Haywire Mite. We've got the Knight and Mite connection. And I think I may just want to kind of pop this thing right now. What's the worst thing we can do? Just draw a card, discard a card? I think we'll just... In case they have something else a little crazier, I guess we'll just save the Mite for right now. I don't really see any, like, reanimation stuff. I guess this is, like, really mono white, so... Expel the Interlopers, okay. Not that big of a deal. I guess we'll just do what we can. Let's go and get rid of this Great Door. Gain a little bit of life for our troubles. The Expel the Interlopers, yeah, this is pretty cute, though. Especially with all, like, the little Skrelv's Hive and all, like, the little, like, Mite tokens here. That is pretty good. Pretty good card. I've actually had I had a deck quite similar to this. Alright, if we top deck into a Lance, it's not that bad. The only problem is, do I want to go for the Mosswood Dreadknight? I think we kind of do. We do get into our land, so now we gotta make a decision. Do we want to just drop Izoni? They do have the Ossification, which is obviously pretty unfortunate here. So I think what we do is go for the Dread Knight. It kind of sucks. It's a little not as good, but now we're good. Now we are looking phenomenal. We'll go for the Primordium. The Primordium sets up for the evidence collecting even further. I mean, we're looking good. We got the Generous Ent, so now I think they're gonna have to be forced to use the Ossification on one of these creatures. They just scoop it? Oh man. Jill 94, how are we doing? We'll go and keep it. We are on the draw. Seems a little bit slow potentially. Don't really have our removal stuff, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. What we got here? Mountain. Okay, nothing for a mountain. That feels pretty good. Drop our Restless Cottage, and we'll be on our way. We gonna shock my face? Come on, you can do a little better than that, mono. Well, I don't know if you're mono red. Well, that's not. Well, most likely mono red. So they must have just drawn the Swift Spear, obviously, but they always had that you know, they always had that monstrous rage. That much is for sure. So got Rise of the Witch King, which obviously does not bode too well for us without some of our big creatures in the graveyard. But yeah, I guess we're just kind of holding still. The Preacher, the Schism, can kind of make some life link tokens here, but you know what? I don't love where we're sitting here. We got Aclazotz for the life link, but we got to get to turn 5. That is not a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination in any capacity whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. So, down to 12. I guess it could be a little worse. It could be worse. There we go. We got our little troll. But now, we don't really have a creature to kind of sacrifice for the Rise of the Witch King, but we can still get rid of it, I guess. So, I think our only move is to go in for the Preacher. This is literally our only move. And I think what we're going to do is swing in with the Preacher. Go for the Rise of the Witch King on this like our life link token. Oh my god. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. We do have Death Touch though, so I think we're just at this point the Rise of the Witch King is not great, so we have to do this. We have got Death Touch. If they do just pump it back up, it just is what it is. It is what it is. At least that 4 toughness does alleviate a lot of pressure. So I mean, there's nothing we can do here. 2 Monstrous Rage, we're on the draw. I think we're looking okay, relatively speaking. Turn 5, we're going for Aclazotz. There's no doubt about that. No doubt whatsoever. But the Rise of the... I'm just trying to think, do I want to go for Rise of the Witch King? Rise of the Witch King does feel pretty good in the right circumstance, but it feels so weak. 4 just to kill this chick? Like, that feels really weak. I think we're going to have to, though. It's so weird and awkward. It's awkward, but like, what else are we supposed to do here? I think we just have to alleviate as much damage as humanly possible so that we can get into our Aclazotz here. Hopefully not another monstrous rage. Oh my god! Chill! Chill, down to 6. Okay, we might be okay here. So I think that was probably the right move. So let's just drop our Aclazotz, Deepest Betrayal, and hopefully we can deeply betray this friggin' deck here. Fingers crossed. Wow, we get to... Wonderful. Now we get into a Haywire Mite. We're looking absolutely beautiful now. Okay. Yeah, the Rise of the Witch King, that's not really how that's supposed to go, but I will take it. I will take it. Yeah, I'm swinging in. I am not... I want my discard. I want my lifelink. I want my Aclazotz to go through here. We got the A-Haywire Mite. We can blow this up for the monster roll token and then gain a little bit of life at that. So that is pretty beautiful. Bang. And I'm just trying to think, what do I want to do here? As far as this, I think we are going to do this. Let's go for the Swamp Cycling. Grab a Underground Mortuary, which is really, really neat, especially because we do get a Surveil if it need be. So I think we are going to do this. Let's see if we can dig into something a little bit better. Extraction, I think probably is not the... Let's keep it. Let's keep it. I think they're stuck on land here. They draw another card. I don't think they can empty their whole hand here. So I think I am going to do this. A-Haywire Mite. And a Propagator Primordium. Is this better than the Dreadknight? I think it is right now. And then with the A-Haywire Mite, we can just kind of get rid of the monster roll token. That feels pretty okay to me. Gain a little bit of life. I think we're in the driver's seat now. So somehow we're looking pretty okay versus, you know, they did get stuck on land, but those monstrous rages, oh my word, they are rough. Okay. They give us a good game. I think they know. Let's go for the A-Haywire Mite, blow this up, gain our life. I think we're looking okay. There we go. Scoop it up. Aclazotz. Sometimes is all you need. Colossal Fossil. I'm more of an alliteration guy myself, but hey, rhymes are cool too, so welcome aboard. Let's go ahead and get our Mortuary down. See if we can get to, oh, Gix's Command. Now, I think we'll keep it. I know we have 3 lands here. This might be insane, but Gix's Command, without knowing what we're playing, you know, could be the life, literally life and death. So I'm going to go in for the Mosswood Dreadknight. I'm actually going to go for a little bit more card advantage. Now that I see these type of colors, I am not worried about getting steamrolled by mono red. So that's always nice. Orzhov. Okay, so they got, I don't know what the heck they got going on. There's a lot to kind of assess here. But yeah, I think we'll just go in for the Mosswood Dreadknight. Sure. Sure. I guess alternatively we could go for the Deep-Cavern Bat, but I don't know. I don't really know. I would much rather go for the Rise of the Witch King if we do grow old together. How old are you? Okay. Let's see how old you want to grow. I'm going to go for the Deep-Cavern Bat. Now let's take a peek at your hand. How old are you growing here? Spy. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Tribute to the World. This is an interesting deck here. So Doppelgang, Spy. I mean, this is +1/+1 counter. So I don't know what is going on here. Can they even... do they even have enough green for this? I don't think they do. So... I don't mean to take a lot of time here, but this is kind of weird. I don't really think I'm that scared of the Doppelgang. They don't really have, they're not really ramping, so I guess we'll take away their ability to explore for their 3rd green. Okay. I'm just going to drop the Dreadknight. Screw it. Let's just go for damage, I guess. I mean, they obviously have a better, bigger, crazy late game finale with the Doppelgang, so I think we're just going to do this, I suppose. There's their green. They can't drop the Tribute of the World Tree yet. Spy, I don't think we really care that much. So, very interesting deck. I have no idea what the heck is going on here. We can't go for Rise of the Witch King, but we don't really have anything else in our graveyard. So, typically what we kind of hope for is like the other type of, you know, nonsense to go on. So, let's actually swing in. Let's actually swing in. Screw it. We'll get a little bit more damage off. I know we get blocked, which is obviously not amazing. But, you know, a Dreadknight, we do get to draw back with it. So I don't really want to go for Rise of the Witch King without something in my graveyard. Next turn, we got Gix's Command. I think we're looking okay. They actually just take this. Whoa. Yeah, I guess that makes I guess it makes sense. I guess that makes sense. We could just Rise of the Witch King. Just kill this thing? I don't know. That might be the play. I think it kind of is, right? Extract. They already have a Doppelganger. I'm gonna do this. They have 2 of whatever they have here. So let's get rid of our Dreadknight, and now we can cast the Dreadknight as an adventure next turn. I mean, I don't know. It seems okay to me. The extraction. We can't extract, you know, 4 cards here. So they have it. They have what they have right here. I just wonder like what are they really trying to do? So they could get Doppelgang like my cards. They could do that. They can only Doppelgang 1 card this way though. So. Are they trying to Doppelgang their own turn? I don't know. The speculation is paramounting. So let's see if they want to just drop a 5-drop bat. They do not. Okay. Tribute of the World Tree. Got another Gix's Command. I think we're going to try and draw here. I think we are. Let's just draw. Another Rise of the Witch King. Should I extract a Doppelgang? At this point, I don't think so. I think we're just looking for more damage. Let's just go for more damage here. We got Gix's Command. I don't really think there's any reason to sweat. We do have Lethal. We're presenting Lethal next turn. And even if they do go for Doppelgang on my bat and take away, like we have Gix's Command. Like, I don't know. I don't really see us in any sort of realistic danger. Doppelgang, of course, a very, very fun card. I think the way to use this is with, like, Mind Splice. Again, I definitely see a lot of deck lists with Mind Splice, but I think that's the way to use it. I just don't really know what is going on here. It definitely seems nifty. This card is a card I'd like to build around. Seek 2 creature cards from among the top 10 cards of your library, then shuffle, and then they get +1/+1. I think there's got to be some way you can kind of use this. Doppelgang, and then they get the Tribute of the World Tree. So, yeah, we don't have lethal this turn though, so I gotta be careful here. If I go for wait, we do. Yeah, we do. I'm silly. 2 1/1 counters, and then they just get the sacrifice, and then that should be it. Yeah, sorry, Colossal Fossil. Today, alliteration is on top. Juju95. Let me put my readers on. Is that number 32? All right, well, consider me a little bit intimidated. Let's go ahead and keep this. Hopefully, we can kind of surveil into a non-tap land here. I already know. If you're this high up, I know you're playing Orzhov, because Orzhov is busted in Alchemy. So, yeah, let's do it. And I know that because I don't want to tip off my strategies here, but I have a pretty high win rate with Orzhov. I think Orzhov is absolutely broken in Alchemy right now. But we're up for the challenge. We're up for the challenge, baby. All right, Juggernaut Peddler. I would assume to get rid of the bat, but I don't know. We'll see. Have to get rid of the bat. Not a big deal. We still have our Phantasmal Extraction. We got our land here. I kind of, in this case, do wish this was a mortuary. I would rather just kind of see if we can get more land here, but it's okay. Phantasmal Extraction. These are the cards that I absolutely huge fans of. The cards that give you like a buff if you're not the starting player. Okay, yeah, absolutely terrifying start here. What do we even do here? The Porcupines and the One Ring. I think ultimately the One Ring is going to be what we have to take. But these Port cards, I mean, these cards are like a 3-in-1. These are close to like a 3-for-1. That's what makes this card so broken. Exile target creature, potentially gain life. Usually you don't. But then you get an enchantment and you get a pig. I mean, like this, and then the pigs also do stuff. So like this is close to a 3-for-1. This might be the best card in the format. I think it's close. So let's drop our Preacher. We're obviously going to get removed by the Porky. Obviously, we're going to get porked, but it's okay. We still just can't play nothing. We got to burn through them, I suppose. So Porcupine goes through. Obviously, we just need, if we can get into another land. I mean, it's not over. Just need one more land source here. We can take care of the enchantment aspect with the Urgent Necropsy. So unfortunately, we do not get that, but we'll just do what we can. Phantasmal Extraction, they actually can't reprieve this effectively. They can still reprieve it. It's just not that effective. That's fine. Let's go again. That's our only play, so let's do it again. Peacekeeper actually, is this that bad? I don't think so. We still have a turn 4 play no matter what they call. So I think it's just going to have to be the Porky card. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this nasty 3-for-1 card. And what do you got here? You got the Peacekeeper? No, another Peddler. Yeah, it's definitely not good. It's definitely not great. I wonder if they actually take the Aclazotz at this point. They do not. They're going for my Urgent Necropsy. Okay, we got another Juggernaut. We definitely need a land here. There's no way around this. So I'm just wondering, like, what do they actually take here? Do they call Juggernaut or the Rise of the Witch King? Or Aclazotz? Okay, they're going to call Juggernaut. Okay. So, we don't have anything in our graveyard anyway, so this is our only play. Sacrifice a creature to get rid of a little Peddler. I mean, I guess it's our only play. Juggernauts are going to cost a whopping 6 now. Alright, down to 5. We get rid of the Witch King next turn. We need an Aclazotz here. Land? If we get a land, we're looking semi-okay here. You hear the little cries of a piggy. We've got a Glissa. Okay, well, it's better than nothing. Definitely better than nothing here. Alright, you hear the shriek of a pig, well, you hear the shriek of Glissa Sunslayer. Alright, I don't know if they're going to swing. I would doubt they swing in. Okay. Propagator Primordium. At this point, what do we do here? Do we swing in to try to draw? I think we have to draw. I can get another permanent from the Rise of the Witch King. I think I'm swinging in just to draw. We need a land. Really bad for Aclazotz. If we drop Aclazotz, we're looking pretty okay. I know this is risky. I know this is pretty wild. But worst case scenario, we do have the Propagator Primordium, even if we do not get into something. So this is risky. I realize this is risky. But you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, baby. That's a tap land. It's a tap land. So not the most optimal thing. But yeah, don't really have too much of a choice here. I think we're just gonna take that for the Juggernaut, and now we go for the Propagator Primordium. Block 3, 5, 6 for the Merrick's token. But now we got the Aclazotz, so hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. They only have yeah, one Merrick's token here. We block with the Primordium if they don't get into anything super specific here. They're swinging all. Okay, I guess we may as well take you. Take 6. I mean, it doesn't feel good. Down to 2. Now I'm not swinging with Glissa now. Backstreet Boys. No way I'm swinging with Glissa now. Now we're just chilling. We're just chilling. So thankfully they don't have that Restless Fortress, because if they did, they would just win on impact. So let's just drop the Aclazotz. And that's really all we got for now. Pass. Depending on what they draw here, obviously, if they just draw into removal, they just win. So Shelly, and they win. Shelly's just gonna win on draw. Damn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give you a good game. Unfortunately, oh, we draw. Yeah, it's already on the stack here. We can't even go for the Urgent Necropsy, so that was a close one. That was a close one, but damn.